Uh, Thank
Yeah,
you very much, Mikael. Dobry din. It's Vistupayushem. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. At the beginning, let me express my sincere gratitude and appreciation to Explore Ethiopia for organizing such an event. As we look toward the arrival of the new year 2021, it gives me great pleasure to extend my best wishes and sincere new year greetings on behalf of the Ethiopian embassy in Russian Federation and that of my own of happy and prosperous one. As you know, 2020 has been exceptionally exponentially the difficult year after a difficult year of all of us. The COVID-19 global pandemic has devastated the entire world with huge human and economic costs with a long-term consequence. It feels good that we are leaving this challenging year behind us and look forward to the new year with hope and best wishes. New Year is a wonderful time when the best feelings is in our hearts come to the surface. Let us give a warm welcome to the new year. Cherish each movement the year shall behold and celebrate a blissful start as we say goodbye to the year of 2020 and you share in the year 2021. Let us join hands to let us join hands and seize the moment to strive to achieve to further progress in Ethio-Russian economic relations. Distinguished participants, I found it important to mention to you here that also Russia and Ethiopia have a prominent relationship. The future demands both sides to exert more effort for further strengthening our relations, especially the need to consolidate business ties between the entrepreneurs of our two friendly countries. Within the framework of the business diplomacy, we are working closely with our Russian stakeholders to enhance investment and trade ties and to promote business interest in tourism industry towards maximizing mutual benefit from the sectors. Allow me to say a few words about the potentials of the economic sector in my country. Ethiopia is one of the fastest growing economies in the world with abundant opportunity to enrich investment, trade, tourism. Endowed with the tourist attraction, various fascinating ecosystem and the landscape ranging from high peak mountains to the lowest point in the world at Dalol, descending 120 meters below sea level that you never find in the world. Along the Great Rift Valley, the country has diverse and colorful cultures, ancient civilization going back millenniums, heritage sites such as the rock hewn churches of Lalibela ancient monasteries and mosques. It also prides itself being the origin of humankind. As trade is also an important sector for enhancing mutual interest, there is still a huge potential to expand the exchange of trade between the two countries. Both countries can be reliable market for each other's products with the large size of their respective populations. Currently, our export products like coffee, beans, flour, horticulture, herbs for the production of pharmaceuticals and cosmetics are already in the Russian local market. And we seek support in expanding this, this and market for other products such as leather, textile, oil seeds, and so on. As Ethiopia is Africa's aviation hub with a preferential trade agreement to provide access to a wide market, it is also a good opportunity that Ethiopian Airlines resumes its direct flight from Addis Ababa to Moscow after the pandemic. My government understands the critical importance of the investment sector in contributing its share to the overall economic development of the country and has recently come up with a strategy to maximize the gains that could be acquired from this sector. Besides, Ethiopia is building a mega infrastructure project which will capitalize its geographic and market access advantages and boost investment. Distinguished participants of this New Year event, as Ethiopia's government embarked upon a number of political and economic reforms aimed at improvement of the business and investment climate, we are honored and humbled to invite Russian companies to take advantage of wide-ranging opportunities and the competitive incentive existing in Ethiopia. It is my firm belief that this event would go a long way introducing these various business opportunities that Ethiopia offers to the global market in general and to the Russian market in particular. Once again, I wish you, your families, and all your staff happy New Year. In 2020, wish you the peace and the good health, free of pandemic. I thank you. Спасибо большое. Желаю вам успехов 2021. Спасибо.
Спасибо большое, Ваше Превосходительство. Спасибо, большое спасибо. Буквально еще один маленький... Задам парочку вопросов. I'll ask you a couple questions, maybe to highlight. Do we expect in the upcoming 2021 opening of the stock market in Ethiopia? Do we have some? Do you understand the progress being made in that area?
Yes, there is a good hope, and the government has taken some measures. I hope that it will happen.
Good. Yeah, I'm also thinking that it's pretty important, and we probably should somehow do the workshop or online event with the head of the National Bank of Ethiopia to talk about the stock market and the opportunities in the financial sector. Russian companies might be a good partner in the financial sector in leasing, for example, that is already open. So,
Michael, we can organize online discussion with the sector who is responsible for this. It is possible. We can see that as first priority of 2021.
Yeah, I believe that the priority for 2021 will be to open the the business and the interaction, and maybe tourism will be the first leg to go there, and we'll talk about later. We'll have gentlemen from Tourism Ethiopia talking to us. We'll have Aynalem from Ethiopian Airlines, so probably tourism is, but still the financial sector is a big thing. It's certainly a big thing.
By the way, in front of us there is a Timkat. There is a Timkat. There is also Ethiopian Airlines that I have already mentioned started flight from Moscow to Addis. I invite Russian tourists and Orthodox Church believers to celebrate with Ethiopians Timkat. I think in Ethiopian calendar it is 11th of January. Maybe no Ethiopian. I mean Ethiopian calendar. That may 18th of January, maybe in Russian. So I invited, I invite all to celebrate this with Ethiopians. Very colorful celebration.
Thank you so much. And we have later, we'll have Father Stefan Igumnov from Russian Church joining us. So we'll be able to also to highlight the church relationships in that regard. We will now go to Anton Razgulyaev from Intergovernmental Commission. Anton, would you be able to switch on your camera and join us? Good. So thank you very much, Your Excellency, and we are moving on. So we take this and we do this. Антон, добрый день. Спасибо большое, что присоединились к нам. Всегда рады такой... The responsiveness of the Intergovernmental Commission and the management of it is great help to the activity developing Russian-Ethiopian relationship. So Anton Razgulyaev, Deputy Head of the Intergovernmental Commission on the relationship between Russia and Ethiopia, is with us, and we'll be hearing from him about the new year.
Mikael, do you hear me?
I do. Everything is working.
Thank you, Mikael. We also appreciate our cooperation. Dear colleagues, Your Excellency, dear Ambassador, here represents Russian-Ethiopian Intergovernmental Commission. We in our commission pay attention to the development of comprehensive cooperation between our countries, consider promising areas such as energy, agriculture, geology, ICT, as well as science and education in particular. This year, in view of epidemic situation in the world, we were forced to hold a meeting of the co-chairs in the format of video conference. This meeting was held December this year, 17th of December, instead of full format commission, unfortunately. Russian delegation was inevitably short and included representatives from my ministry, Ministry of Economic Development, Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Russian Embassy in Ethiopia, and Russian Academy of Science and Interau company. During this meeting, we summed up the interim results of the implementation of the decisions agreed during the last 7th meeting of the Commission. Particularly, we focused on the number of bilateral documents to be prepared for signing. I stress that in the current conditions, this coronavirus conditions, it was proposed to focus on development of cooperation in the field of medicine and pharmaceuticals. As you well know, Russia has successful experience in countering spread of dangerous viral infections, diseases. The Ethiopian side welcomed development of the Sputnik V vaccine and expressed its interest in establishing cooperation on its use. During this meeting, parties agreed that scientific cooperation is of a great importance in our bilateral relations. Particular attention was paid to the work of Russian-Ethiopian joint biological expedition. Following the meeting of the co-chairs, the joint statement was signed. Joint statement of co-chairs. These sides agreed to hold next full format commission in the first half of 2021 in Ethiopia. Considering that it will be held in Ethiopia, we will be waiting proposals from Ethiopian side on dates and specific place. So to sum up, I think this discussion was very useful and productive. There is a considerable amount of work ahead that needs to be done. We hope that this meeting will help to maintain the dynamics of cooperation and contribute to solve problems that is an agenda of our bilateral work. I would like to sum up the outcomes of this year. I would like to stress that outgoing year, within this outgoing year, the new permanent dialogue mechanism was formed. It is Russia-Africa Partnership Forum and the non-profitable organization Association of Economic Cooperation with African Countries. It was established this year. In September this year, there was a presentation of the Secretariat of the Forum, or next Russian-African Forum. The working bodies of this forum were also built within this organization, and I'm confident that the joint efforts being made by both countries, Russia and Ethiopia, so will give the proper impetus to the development of bilateral trade and economic cooperation. Dear colleagues, thank you for the opportunity to deliver our thoughts. I would like to wish the participants and their loved ones to stay healthy. I wish all of us to get out of this unpleasant conditions and restrictions that the outgoing year forced us. So wish to get out of it for all of us to get out of it as soon as possible. Please stay healthy and delight your loved ones next year. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Спасибо, Anton. And that was good to hear from the top level in charge for the relationship between the countries, and we all are to follow your suggestions and your directions, developing what is to develop in this huge task in front of all of us, and the vaccination is one of the things on the top of mind of like almost everyone who I talk to in Ethiopia. So it's good to hear that that is on your radar as well. And well, thank you very much. Thank you for the cooperation in 2020, and we hope to see much more, even much more in 2021. Thank you so much.
We'll try our best.
Thank you. Thank you. Good. Now we are moving to our next guest, and sorry guys, our next guest is Stanislav Mezentsev from AFROCOM. He's the director for the AFROCOM. And Stanislav Vasilievich, your microphone is switched off for some reason. Oh, now it's on.
Now it's on, yeah.
Good. So thank you very much for joining us. And AFROCOM is obviously the leader in the business cooperation, because the Chamber of Commerce of Russia is certainly the leader in business community, which is the chamber. And we're looking forward to hear from the Stanislav Mezentsev on the year that passed and the new year.
Mikael, thanks very much for the organizing of this event. Interesting and very, very useful. So, dear participants, I welcome you all on behalf of the Coordination Committee for Economic Cooperation, AFROCOM. As Mikael already mentioned, we are here to help and to create the conditions for Russian business and to pave the way for them to Africa. And because today we are sitting here among those who love Ethiopia, first of all, thank you for the ambassador for his participation as well, and all other participants. So I want to focus on exactly Russian-Ethiopian bilateral relations. And saying, because we are on the eve of the new year, we have to see what we did during the last year. And unfortunately, and it's already mentioned many times here, the last year was not very convenient for all of us. On the other hand, it gave us the understanding of the value of life, of health, of relations, of everything. So this was the kind of exam for everybody during the year. Unfortunately, a lot of programs, what we announced after the formation of the AFROCOM in June 2020, we were not able to fulfill practically because of the restrictions, limits of travels and everything. But nevertheless, during this 2020, AFROCOM was established. We created the net of the partners here in Russia, and which is more important in Africa and especially in Ethiopia. We definitely know for sure that 2021 will be better. And we hope this, and we know this, and we pray for this, and it's in our hearts. And 2021 will allow us to do much more and to do it more effectively. And you know what I want to say briefly, trying to analyze the Russian-Ethiopian bilateral relations. 120 years, our two people were friends, and despite and whatever politics of two countries were in the minds of the rulers of Ethiopia and Soviet Union and next Russia, Ethiopian people and Russian people, they were also the closest friends, and our relations from people to people were always very high. Unfortunately, what we can see during the Soviet time, the economic relations was high because of the help of the Soviet Union to the government and people of Ethiopia. But after the events of 1991, which affected the Soviet Union and destroyed it, which affected all international relations, the economic relation between Ethiopia and Russia declined, and even today we see the great efforts of our government, Ethiopian government, Ethiopian embassy here, Russian embassy in Addis, all other participants, including us, to rise, to develop, to get these relations better. But unfortunately, it's still low in comparison with the Russian and other African countries' relations. So this is the result of 2020, and it has to motivate us to do much more effectively with the new power, with the new partners on board, with the new missions from Russia to Ethiopia, from Ethiopia business missions to back to Moscow. So we have to join hands and to put much more efforts to rise up the trade, the economic relations, the cultural relations, the tourism, which definitely is underestimated. So up to date, Ethiopia is one of the interesting and biggest destination has to be for Russian tourists because of the history, because of the religion, because of many things which the new young generation of Russia has to know and have to witness while going to Ethiopia and to see these all places and to understand. So in conclusion, on behalf of AFROCOM, I want to again invite all those from Russian business who is interested in building up relations, medium-sized business, small business entities, everybody who see the potentials, even those who at the moment don't understand the potential. We explain to them, because Ethiopia, it's a great and very potential market for all Russian goods, Russian technologies, Russian business. And we as AFROCOM will do whatever in our capacities to help to build up these relations in 2021. I say to everybody, to our participants, to both our nations, I want to conclude with the Happy New Year wishes. And first of all, for everybody is health. When we have health, we have all abilities to move, to do, and all this in our hands. So thank you very much, especially to Mikael, Gorsky, who found the time and get this very interesting idea to do this event on the almost last day of this going year. And we all very positive about 2021. And finally, please accept the great regards to the Ethiopian embassy, to all our participants, from the chairman of AFROCOM, Senator of Russian Federation, Igor Morozov, who is also giving you all his best wishes and best regards, and who is with us here and will be one of the political leader to develop and to give more how to say support to build up the Ethiopian-Russian relations in the next year. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Спасибо огромное, Stanislav Vasilyevich. And that would be a pleasure working with the AFROCOM in the upcoming year, as it was in this 2020. And AFROCOM, as we all know, is working with the mid-size and smaller size enterprises, while the larger size enterprises are united now, associated in the Association for the Economic Development of the Cooperation with African Countries. And we have Anna Belyaeva from this association with us today. Anna, the floor is yours, and welcome.
Thank you very much. Well, I hope you hear me well. My name is Anna Belyaeva. I'm an executive director of the newly formed Association of Economic Cooperation with African States. Actually, the build of our association is a result of the summit Russia-Africa that took place a year ago in October 2019, and it was decided that there is a new association, a business council is to be arranged, especially to promote the Russian business to Africa, all across Africa, not only to Black Africa, but also to the Northern Africa, to the whole region. And it's definitely that it was not that there was no one on spot with this promotion. Thus, we decided to rely on the largest Russian businesses, and they became the members of our association. And we deal with everyone, with all the association, including AFROCOM, including other business councils, etc., to integrate and to enlarge their support of Russian businesses on the continent. Actually, we started just recently, so I can't say a lot on the developments in 2020, though we started with the presentation of the partnership forum on Russia in September, on the 9th of September, which was done by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Russian Federation and our association. But since then, we already built quite a lot of things. Welcomed a number of large Russian corporates to the association, and we're still growing. And we have partnerships with other companies and Russian regions and African partners and financial institutions. So we're growing, and our main aim is to promote Russia, to promote Russian business to the African region. We deal with the embassies of the Russian Federation, we deal with the embassies of African states in Russia, to make it work, because it's all the economics always deal together with the politics, with the cultural things, with the education, social events, etc., etc., etc. So it's very, very important that Russia is getting back to Africa, not only one of the dimensions, but all together. And this is the complex approach. This is what we think is very important. We started our work we're talking to the Russian companies, asking them what are the priorities of the continents, because definitely we can't do all countries simultaneously. And Ethiopia is one of the priorities for Russian businesses, and they're interested to Ethiopia, to know more the opportunities in the country, etc., etc. So I'm very much sure that we will be country promoting Russian companies. We will be coming with business missions, with our proposals to the country, and we're very much interested in the opportunities for Russian businesses, businessmen that we can get in the country. We have also started our section of lectures on African states. And as I mentioned, again, Ethiopia was one of the top countries that Russian businesses would like to know. So we will definitely make an educational courses on Ethiopia next year. Well, we already talked with Mikael that we will deal together, and be glad to tell more to the Russian businesses. And we are looking for the opportunities from the African, from the Ethiopian businesses, Ethiopian institutions, what we can do together going forward. It's very important that the summit of 2019 was not just an event, but it was actually a start of the big agenda of Russia coming back to Africa. It is very important. It is very important on the Russian part. And that is why our association was established. And that is why we have different ministries of the Russian Federation on board of our association to be able to provide the state support for Russian companies coming to Africa. So please be sure that it is we're serious. We like to do business, and please, engage with us. Please talk to us, and these are my wishes for the next year. And just to conclude this very, very briefly, I would like also to make some personal wishes to all of you, to your families and friends, to forget all bad things that we unfortunately had to go on through this year, and to be healthy, wealthy, and wise in 2029. Thank you very much, and all the best, and see you next year. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Anna, for the nice words. And it's very important work that association is about to embark on. And Anna is not new to the export activity and international trade activity. And before that, she was with the Russian Export Center. And our next speaker is from the Russian Export Center, Najib Jabbory. Welcome to our show. Please switch on your camera so we'll be able to see you when you are talking to us. Okay, good. Thank you, Anna. Thank you again, and work in next New Year. Thank you. Okay, Najib, the floor is yours.
Hello, dear colleagues. Do you hear me?
Yes, we do.
Okay, good. Dear colleagues, Your Excellency, Mr. Ambassador, коллеги, господин посол, уважаемая Анна Владимировна Беляева, очень рад вас всех видеть. I'm very glad to see you all here. First of all, I would like to thank you for your invitation to this event, and on the behalf of Russian Export Center, I would like to wish to you all, to all of you, a happy New Year, and I hope that this new year, 2021, will be full of success, lucky, and prosperity in field of relationship between Russia and Ethiopia. In fact, Ethiopia is one of the key countries of Russia in the region of Saharan Africa. Two countries, Russia and Ethiopia, have long-standing historical ties which go back to the 17th century. The official diplomatic relationship were established in 1898, and since that moment, Russia and Ethiopia have been strengthening bilateral political and economic relations based on a mutual respect, non-interference, and non-interference in the international affairs and friendship of the countries' nations. In order to foster trade, investment, and scientific cooperation, Russia and Ethiopia established an intergovernmental commission in order to develop joint projects in the sphere of energy resources, agricultural, transport, infrastructure, and the rest. According to the preliminary results, after the 10 months of the 2020, the trade between Russia and Ethiopia decreased, and for now it is estimated around $22.6 million United States. Of course, this is all the reason why it decreased is because of the pandemic situation around the world, and of course we hope that next year we can cross through these difficulties and we can increase the trade between our countries. Russian export to Ethiopia has suffered a slump, decreasing by almost 70%. And this is also not good for the trading between our countries. And of course, we are trying to do our best to increase these numbers, and we're gonna do our best to reach these goals. On behalf of Russian Expert Center, we are a state-owned development institute established by the government of Russian Federation to support the development of the non-commodity export sectors. REX pays a special attention to providing financial and non-financial assistance to those Russian companies who are interested in cooperating with African countries, and who are interested in cooperating with Ethiopian partners. According to the preliminary results of Russian Expert Center for the last 11 months, our group companies within the framework of cooperation with Ethiopia provided non-financial supports and to 6 NAQ expertise in field of consulting, providing non-financial support and support for expert deliveries. The supported export to Ethiopia totaled just over the approximately $2 million USD. The companies that received support from Russian Expert Center Group operate in the timber wood industry and mechanical engineering. We note the interest of Russian Expert Center Group to support Russian-Ethiopian foreign economic projects in order to develop and strengthen foreign economic relations between our countries. Next year, the Russian Expert Center has a potential and a goal to significantly strengthen partnership with the countries of sub-Saharan Africa, especially, of course, Ethiopia. We plan to achieve notable growth in Russian export to Ethiopia by attracting Russian enterprises producing high-tech and food industry, vehicles, pharmaceutical, and other products. Moreover, Russian companies could offer an Ethiopian side modern technological solution in sphere of agriculture and transport infrastructure. In order to achieve these goals, we are planning to establish food cooperation with African and especially Ethiopian ventures, trade agents, advisors, companies, as well as unite efforts with the Ethiopian Investment Commission and other public or private organizations of the country. And we are ready to communicate with such partners, with such people, to have some good joint ventures, joint projects to achieve our goals to Ethiopia. As far as the Russian Expert Center is considered, we are able to provide assistance to the Ethiopian companies which are willing to work together with Russian ventures. And we are ready to help to all the potential Ethiopian buyers who are searching for some goods from Russia. We are here to help you to find and to help you with communication with companies from Russia. Me and my colleague, we are here to help to all the potential buyers from Ethiopia for finding producers here in Russia. And the REST group incorporates the Russian Agency for the Export Trade and Investments Insurance, EXAR, and Exim Bank of Russia. And of course, we can provide some financial projects together in the synergy and to help our companies to make an export to Ethiopia. And we are ready to make a finance for potential partners from Ethiopia who are interested in Russian goods and services. And one last point, I've seen the list of speakers, and all the speakers are very interesting. And I would welcome one of the next speakers, Mr. Dr. Yayehirat Asneik. He is the representative of Basra Group, a group of company which has expressed their willingness to cooperate with the Russian automobile manufacturers. We are, as a Russian Export Center, we can give a support to Basra Group to start communication with some companies inside of Russia, to provide this communication and to discuss about the financial abilities and financial services around these projects. Once again, to everybody, Happy New Year. I would thank once again Mr. Mikael for your invitation. I hope that next year will be let it be the best year of relationship between Russia and Ethiopia in case of financing, in case of trading, in case of partnership. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Najib. Спасибо большое. Thank you for joining us on pretty short notice and for all your kind words. And we know that the world is not only trade and economics. And our next speaker is in the other area of activity. Our next speaker is Father Stefan Igumnov from the Russian Church. Отец Стефан, спасибо огромное, что присоединились к нам. Вот. Я могу переводить, как вам удобнее, может, как вам удобно по-русски, по-английски.
I don't know. I can try in English if you let me.
That would be wonderful because the people listening to us, I believe, are more Ethiopians than Russians, and Russians who are listening to us, they do certainly understand English. So, well, let's try. If not, I can translate.
So, dear Mikael and dear colleagues, let me greet you Christmas greetings, because we already have a time of Christmas. Some of us had this celebration already a few days ago, and most of us, like Russian Orthodox Church and Ethiopian Orthodox Tavaheda Church, now expecting this great feast of Christianity and continue our Christmas Lent. Usually this time before Christmas is the time when we analyze our activities during last year, but this year, as you know, was very special, and it was really a challenge for all the people, all of the world, and also for Christians, because Christian churches, most of them recognize their responsibility on helping people to understand what happened with us during this year, because we had many sorts, many kinds of, many aspects of this problem, not only virus itself, but how people understand this situation, and of course not only virus, but all these economical issues and other problems. And the main thing that we couldn't meet face by face and shake our hands during this time but thanks God we can use this this electronic devices and these online formats. I think it will help us in the future also, because before we didn't do it so much. Many of us recognize this format first time during this year, and also that's something good what we had during this year. But of course, all that problems, some of them will continue in the next year, and many people lost their job, many people lost their salary, and I don't know how many time they will need in different countries to renovate, reactivate their normal life. And Christian churches, I mention again, feel very big responsibility on this and pray for the world, and they continue collaboration on the way how to help people who need this help. And of course, the region which give us a big concern is Africa, because of situation with Christianity in all this continent, and because of situation with people who need our help. And here in Russia, we just organized last week online conference, big international conference about Africa, Christians in Africa. It was provided by Russian Orthodox Church and some our organizations, and representatives from different churches, different countries participated in this conference. And of course, Ethiopia and situation in Ethiopia was one of our biggest concerns during this year, because of the challenges which you know what happens there. And we pray during all this year about our brothers and sisters in Ethiopia. Of course, I mean Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church, but not only our Christian brothers, all our Ethiopian brothers. We wish strong peace in Ethiopia as a key country in Africa, and of course we were happy to see the format of summit Russia-Africa, and that Ethiopia took a big part in this format, and we wish to continuation of this great format of cooperation between our countries. And we really recognize Ethiopia as a bridge to Africa, if I can say like this. Anyway, it's a key country when we're thinking about projects in Africa. And of course, Russian Orthodox Church is ready to support and to pray for any project which will help us to develop our relations, which has deep historical, deep history. So let us pray for our cooperation. Let us pray for peace in Ethiopia. And let me mention at the end of my speech that even if we have this situation with pandemic, we didn't stop our relations with our Ethiopian brothers. We were in contact, and especially let me thank Mr. Ambassador of Ethiopian Republic in Russia, who visited us, met with our church leaders during this year, and we were in touch, we were in contact to discuss very important issues. And also let me express my thanks to our embassy in Addis Ababa, Russian embassy in Addis Ababa. So our diplomatic missions, our embassies, continue their very important mission to connect not only our countries but Christians in two countries. So thank you very much. I wish you Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody, and thank you for this conference.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Father Stefan. Спасибо, Отец Stefan. It's important to understand that Father Stefan is not only in charge for the big part of the international relationship of the church, but also big fan of what's going on in Ethiopia. Been to Ethiopia, shoot his video about that, made interviews about that, and I think that many more Russian people now have an idea of where the Ethiopia is and why it's so fascinating, because of watching all that content and this information that Father Stefan was bringing to the people, and it's really passionate. And I advise everyone who is watching us to Google to see on the YouTube. It's wonderful videos, shoot with the great love, and thank you very much for that. And we wish you also a very great new year. And we are certain that it will be prosperous and happy for everyone. And the light that church can bring to between the countries and exchange between the countries is obviously incomparable to most things that can be achieved by the mere economic cooperation that we are mostly talking about. And that is the work with the soul is certainly more important. So thank you very much. Thank you for joining us on a short notice, and have a very, very good year. Very good year. And we spoke to, one second. We spoke about travel. Weldegebrial, can you switch on your camera? We will see you then. Good. So, and now can you make yourself not against the sun, but, well, not camera not against the sun, but vice versa? Maybe you can just change something another way. Okay, we'll see while Weldegebrial is doing his best for us to be able to see him. Weldegebrial is the deputy head for the Tourism Ethiopia, the organization that is specifically working to increase the travel of people from all the world to Ethiopia. And we are happy to see him joining us and talking to us. And the floor is yours. Go on, please. No, it was on. You have to unmute. Yes.
Yeah. Do you hear me right now?
We do.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, and wishing you a happy New Year. And as we all know, the 2020 was a tough year for the tourism sector, and with all this COVID-19 travel restriction and related issues. But thanks to technology, and we were discussing on different issues, mainly travel-related issues via online, and also we were looking for the opportunities during the COVID-19, and we were looking all the tourist attractions we have, and we were implementing different actions to enhance our products, and our destinations, implementing this traveler safety protocol in the related issues, so that our destination will be ready for post-COVID time. And when we think of Ethiopia, actually we do have our own calendar, and I think visiting Ethiopia will give guests a chance to celebrate New Year twice a year, because our New Year is on September 11th, and also unlike the rest of the world, since we do have our own calendar, we are in 2013, not 2020 or 2021. So that means if tourists want us to be 7 or 8 years younger, I think they have to come to Ethiopia, because still there is 8 and or sometimes 7 years difference. So I mean, this shows how many unique things that Ethiopia can offer as a tourist destination. And when I wish Happy New Year for everybody, we are the land of origin. So it's on behalf of our ancestors, my institution, my country, and myself that I want to wish a happy, safe, and healthy year. And when we think of tourism between Ethiopia and Russia, I mean, Ethiopia has a huge potential for Russian tourists. We have very rich history. We have very mosaic, colorful culture, both tangible and intangible ones. We have a spectacular landscape that ranges from the one of the lowest places on Earth, I mean, which is 120 below sea level, up to one of the, we also call Ethiopia the roof of Africa. So we do have amazing landscape, and this amazing landscape provides us the opportunity for different life to flourish within. So we do have also outdoor experience like volcano expedition, desert expedition, biking, caving, trekking, sport, and other related outdoor experiences. And now we are also doing a lot of efforts to make Ethiopia the top conference destination. So when people think of organizing small or large conferences, Ethiopia is ready to host such gatherings. And we have also very hospitable people. I mean, that they are very generous enough to share what they have, even with the limited resource they have. So this is also a unique for Ethiopia. And we have also colorful festivals, and I mean, the most colorful festivals. Two of them are going to be celebrated within weeks. The first one is the Ethiopian Christmas. It will be celebrated on the 7th and 8th of January. And we have also the Tumkat, the Ethiopian Epiphany, which is colorfully celebrated across the whole country on January 18 and 19. So, I mean, I know tourists will miss these celebrations, but hopefully 2021 will be a better year in terms of health and safety, so that we are happy to see you and to see you in Ethiopia. And as my organization, Tourism Ethiopia, is responsible to develop all the destinations Ethiopia has as a country, as well as to promote and market them both inland and abroad, so that tourists will come and enjoy the actions we do have. And when we think of 2021, I mean, we are developing a new marketing strategy that really shows all the supply and demand side of the tourism sector post-COVID. And we have identified Russia as our main potential market. So when we see the numbers, that we only have around 3,000 Russian tourists in 2019. I mean, with the huge potential those both countries have, I think we do have to implement a lot of efforts to bring the people-to-people relationship, and the main tool to achieve this people-to-people relationship is tourism. So we are planning to host, when time allows, a farm trip and a press trip from Russia. Also to organize a business-to-business networking event, either in Moscow or in Addis, so that we will facilitate to bring all Ethiopian tour operators to meet their Russian counterparts and to deal how they can work together to increase the number of tourists from Russia to Ethiopia, as well as from Ethiopia to Russia. There are private tour companies who specialize in this pilgrimage travel, and I know they are sending some tourists to Russia too. This shows there is a huge potential that both countries can benefit from this tourism sector. So for all Russian tour operators and those who involved in the travel business, as well as for Ethiopian tour operators, travel agents, travel writers, I think now is the time to focus on Russian market as well as on Ethiopian market, so that we will get benefited. Both countries will get the benefit from the tourism sector. And on behalf of my organization, as well as on behalf of the land of origins, like we are the origin of humankind, and Lucy, Salam, and RD and other discoverers are waiting to see their sons and daughters, and they also wishes you happy, healthy, and safe New Year. Stay safe. Thank you. Spasiba. Amasaganalo.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Weldegebrial. Thank you for your kind words, and we are certainly very important to see that Russia is the focus, one of the areas of the focus for the Tourism Ethiopia as the government organization that is specifically working on promoting the Ethiopia as a tourist destination. And it's certainly a shame that just 3,000 people came from Russia to Ethiopia. And we know somebody who is interested to see this number grow as much as possible. And he is our next speaker. Thank you very much, Weldegebrial. A very good new year to you, and stay safe and stay healthy, and we'll work together. Certainly we have a lot of things to do in the upcoming year. Thank you. So our next speaker is somebody who is has direct interest in increasing the number of people going from Russia to Ethiopia and backwards, to Aynalem, who is head of the Ethiopian Airlines Moscow office, who is part of the process that brings now the direct flights back and forth from Moscow to Addis, and that's important for everybody to understand that there is direct flight, and it's very comfortable, and the planes are very good, and Ethiopian Airlines is a pride of the country. So the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mikael. So Happy New Year, Novam Godam, Your Excellency Ambassador and invited guests. It is a pleasure for me to join you and to welcome the new year. First of all, I would like to appreciate again Mr. Mikael, Explore Ethiopia, for such platform which will help to increase the tourism and trade relationship between Ethiopia and Russia. Let me share my presentation. As you know, Ethiopia Airlines is the biggest airlines in Africa, and it's growing fastest with a lot of networks. It is 100% government owned. It's a national carrier. It's established back in 1945. Ethiopian Airlines have 7 business groups, which includes ground handling, cargo, catering, international services, domestic services, and MROs. Ethiopian Airlines is award-winning airlines. It is a 4-star airlines by Skytrack as of 2011. We joined Star Alliance on 2011. We are a partner with Star Alliance. We have more than 120 aircrafts with state-of-the-art technology like A350, Dreamliner, Boeing 787, and 777, as well as narrow-body aircrafts for domestic flights, including Q400, 737s. As mentioned, we have more than 120 destinations around the world, 62 of them in Africa, and 17 in Europe, including Moscow as well, and 7 destinations in America, Middle East, as well as Southern Americas. Our main hub is in Addis Ababa, and we have also hubs in Lome, Togo, and Luluenge, Malawi. We have subsidiary airlines, which includes Askai, Chadian, Malawi, and ET Mozambique in Southern Africa. In particularly in Moscow, we have 3 flights per week, which incoming from Addis Ababa on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and return back on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. We operate most of the time with wide-body aircraft 787 as well as narrow-body aircraft 737s. It was mentioned earlier that we have Ganna, which is Ethiopian Christmas, which will be celebrated on January 7, the same as with Russia. And we have a package for this, which includes ticket, 2-night stay, 3 days. It also includes COVID tests, tour guides, airport transfers, and this package is to Lalibela. It is the Rokum Church in northeastern part of Ethiopia. I am sure most Russian will love these destinations. And further, we have also another package for Ethiopian Great Run, which will be on January 10. We have a package for this as well, which include international flight, 2-night stay, accommodation, meal, breakfast, of course, and COVID-19 tests. Further, more on January 18 and 19, we will have Ethiopian Epiphany. We call it Temkat. It is a big holiday for Ethiopia, and we have 2 places, particularly Addis Ababa and Gondar, with huge celebrations. We have also package for this holiday, which will start with USD 927 for 2 nights and 3 days, including, of course, international tickets. Ethiopian Airlines have 2 class services, economy class and business class. We call it Cloud9, which is the best services. With our wide-body aircrafts, it have 180-degree beds, very comfortable. Online check-in and other online activities will start 36 hours before departure, and we have in-flight entertainments with movies. In wide-body aircrafts like S350s, we have internet as well. We will going to start internet service on the air with our Boeing 787 and 777 aircraft as well. Our beverage services, we provide European as well as Ethiopian cuisines, fruit juice, and premium services. These are more of our business class seats, which is very comfortable. Ethiopian Airlines have increased its frequency after the COVID, of course, post-COVID situations have affected us a lot. The passenger number have decreased, but now we have increased our frequency. We are operating normal flights, and we are ready to accept tourists, and we have special services related with COVID. We have insurance, which will cover a lot of your if you have any incidents related with COVID, we will cover up to 100,000 euros of your medical expenses. This can be covered while you are buying the tickets with a cost of €8 only. We have additional baggage allowances for business class 2 pieces, each 7 kilogram, with the 3 pieces for economy. I mean for check-in luggages. This is more of our services. We have also group service for groups. We have special discounts, especially for those tour operators and group travelers who like to see Ethiopian tourist sites, we will provide them up to 10% discounts with 20% advance payment only. We have, of course, additional unaccompanied minor services, extra baggage allowances with some small fees. Our new airports, which was inaugurated in September 2019, have more than 86 check-in counters, 35 self-service check-in counters, 24 immigration points, 34 boarding gates, 4 big lounges, and new baggage systems. This is the airport have more than 22 million passenger capacity per year, which is the biggest airport by capacity in Africa as of now. As I mentioned, we have more than 34 boarding gates. Our Cloud9 services have European, of course, Ethiopian cuisines and wide choice of beverages and internet services, free prices, of course, Ethiopian coffee ceremonies. We have also new 5-star hotel, which is opened in February 2019. It is the biggest hotel in Addis Ababa with more than 373 rooms. It has swimming pool, spas, massage, fitness center, meeting and conference room, bars, restaurants, European as well as Chinese cuisine is served there. So thank you very much for your attention. This is our contact locally in Moscow.
Well, I'm sorry, something disconnected. We'll wait for Aynalem to reconnect to us and say his words. Now we are at the moment when when we wanted to talk to people from business people from Ethiopia and Addis, and I believe that there is a delay with the connection, so I will say a few words on my own, and that I wanted to also address the audience and people watching us, and we'll see colleagues joining us hopefully later. So for 2020, that we are almost done, is certainly the year that was that started with the big promise, and we have done a lot together. Oh, just one second, we'll connect Aynalem for his comments. Aynalem, I'm sorry, something disconnected by the time, but I hope that oops, you are 1 second. So just few words. You were finishing. Sorry.
Thank you very much for this platform, Mikael again. And I was mentioning our contact details. You can help me to share with you on the screen, so that you can reach us anytime for the package and for any group needs you have. And this is our email.
People will find, it's not a problem to find the contacts for the Ethiopian Airlines. I feel that we better see you and have the words from you. Thank you so much. Thank you for this, and thank you Ethiopian Airlines for connecting the countries. And in the next year, in 2021, there's a lot to do in order to increase the traffic and more people coming and watching and listening about your packages and how the tourist organizations can engage with the Ethiopian Airlines. thank you very much. Thank you, and we're looking forward to good cooperation in the upcoming year.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy New Year.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So I will just go on with the yeah. I wait for Dagmavi and Yahuirat Asnake to join us. Hopefully they will be able to do it. And a few words from Explore Ethiopia about the year that passed and the year that is to come in 2 days. First of all, 2020, as I told, was the year of big promises. It was the year when we were expecting to see the start of the renewal of the relationship between Ethiopia and Russia. And that was a year that we thought, me and my partners, we thought that will be the year to start to engage more and more Russian companies doing business in Ethiopia. That wasn't the case. The pandemic changed everything. First of all, it's just, well, Ethiopia was under the heavy lockdown until the end of September, until mid-September. It was the special regime that was introduced by the government. So that was the big thing, and the situation in Russia was not good in terms of the corona, and probably it's not even improved very much now. So we are to see the improvement in that area, and the only thing that the 2020 gave us is that kind of medium when we are able to work with each other over internet, and that certainly helps a lot to shorten the distance. And it's now very easy, and it's very, very convenient, say, to do something over the internet online. And I would say that Explore Ethiopia, starting the events, the online events between Russia and Ethiopia, and doing those events successfully, was something that is of the like new things that came up this year, and something new that came up in 2020. And if not the pandemic and everything that is surrounding pandemic, we don't know, maybe we won't be able to do it so easily. The thing that changed is very simple. It's just now as that is the only way to connect with people, it's now the acceptable way to connect with people. So you can have the ambassador talking to people online in 2020, because that is basically the only way to communicate with people. And that is, for me, I think it's advantageous. So that is for the year that passed. It brought us the new way to communicate, and communicate is important. 2021 is year of big promises, because we are to see that the pandemic will be slowing down. People will get more vaccinated and more vaccines in all the countries, and it's already in the process in Russia. The vaccination is going on, and everybody can have the vaccine. For Ethiopia, we hope that it will also be as good. Sooner or later, people will start vaccinating, and with that, as soon as that will come, it will be the hunger for the communication, the hunger for the business activity. We might agree on something on internet, online, but we still have to consume that thing. We have to execute on what we have agreed on. And the 2021 will hopefully be the year of execution, the year when we really achieve things that we are thinking of, that we are expecting of. So that is the biggest hope for 2021, that 2021 for all of us will be the year of execution, of delivering things that we are talking together. So I hope that that is that's good and important. And my colleagues from Addis are supposed to join us now in a moment, and we are to see if that will happen, and if not, then we'll go for the closing remarks by the ambassador. Dear ambassador, are you with us? Can you switch on your camera? Okay, everybody is working with the schedule, and our initial schedule is now short for 30 minutes because we had 3 speakers that were not able to join us on time. So it seems like we have to improvise here, and I will be waiting a couple more minutes maybe for the ambassador to join us for the final words and final ideas, but it seems okay. We'll see how it is. I don't want to hold you or dear viewers. Maybe there are some. Here is the ambassador, and yeah, I think that we will we'll go to Ambassador Alemayehu.
Okay, Mikael, thank you very much. Such kind of discussions are very important. It can easily bring people from different parts of the world to discuss on different issues. Today, we discussed about bilateral. We have discussed about tourism potential of Ethiopia. We discussed about Ethiopian Airlines services, facilities, privileges. This is very, very important. Father Stefan told us he's their service, praying for the world, praying, especially praying for Ethiopia. Is very good. There is also from economic cooperation, he has briefed us about the bilateral meetings that conducted on the 17th of December, which was very important online meeting. These all are very, very important, and I think if we keep in touch and working on this, all opportunities, the 2 countries will benefit. So 2021, we have to be very strong to use all opportunities that are in our hands. I hope that 2021 will bring us a lot of opportunities, a lot of benefits. I don't believe that every year is free of challenges. We may have challenges, but we have to overcome those challenges and bring the results in the challenge. So we have to work very hard. We have to work day and night. We have to work very differently. Otherwise, working as usual will not benefit both countries. I think 2021 we do something. We do something and will bring something different. So we have continue working together. Mikael, thank you very much for you organizing such kind of event. This is not the only event that you organized. You organized a lot of events. I hope 2021 also we will see a lot of events that will be organized by you. We can organize together. We can work together. When we work together, the result is better and better. We can include different institutions, Russian Orthodox, Ethiopian Orthodox, Ethiopian tourism, Russian tourism, Ethiopian Airlines. Anyway, different institutions we can include and organize such kind of events. So thank you very much. Happy New Year. Спасибо большое. Желаю вам всем успехов. Я надеюсь, мы будем получить очень хороший результат 2021. Спасибо большое.